This gin is a bunch of snowflakes. Well, who told them to be? And I would agree that half the time. Because if you've looked on Reddit, Twitter, and all that other stuff, clearly half of them aren't snowflakes. There's the other side of that pendulum where, aside from snowflakes over here, you have your over-the-top people, your edgelords, that are just taking it to a place that it doesn't need to be taken. So, super snowflake, edgelord. Super snowflake, edgelord. I try to be right around here. I don't want to be super, obnoxious to everybody, yet I'm not going to be catering to everybody on the planet. You don't like it, go to hell. That's a nice little balance, right? I like to be like right there. I like to be the dangly, right there. I don't like the extremes. Yeah. I know it doesn't get me to views. The point is, to get the views, you got to be controversial. You got to be all the way over here, like right over there, or you got to be all the way over there. You got to be shocked by everything, People generally don't sit there if you're just like, yeah, whatever, I don't really care. But you got to care. What if I don't?
But cozy middle grounds are illegal these days. It's obsolete, gone with the times, it's evil even. Didn't you know that?
Well, I am kind of evil. This is what I love. And there's a Foamy rant coming up about this. I love being the anti-society. Everybody's miserable. Everyone's oversensitive. I'm right here. Little happy. Little insensitive. Little sensitive. The world is miserable, and I am relishing in the fact that everybody is taking stuff way too seriously. I love it. I love it. Every day when I go out, I love seeing people at like 35 having strokes because they're so pissed off about everything. They're so angry because society's so bad. We've done our time. We've done our time complaining about society. You know what? Here you go. I pass that rage on to you. Go play. Go play. No, because...
Where's my safe space from idiots?
Yeah, even here's the thing. Even the concept of safe spaces, I'm actually all for it. You want to know why? Because it creates a group of insular, exceedingly more sensitive people who will crack like eggshells at a drop of a pin. Whatever. I don't care. Stay in your echo chamber. I love it. I love it. Because if you're in your echo chamber, I'm not going to be there. The pendulum, you're on that side. You're on that side. I'm going to chill right here. I just laugh. I love laughing at society now. World catastrophes, all that stuff. Beautiful. Love it. Because I don't take anything seriously. Don't take anything seriously. Whatever. But this is happening. I don't care. And there is this weird thing. A lot of people are hating on cozy games. I don't know, dude. It's been like, and of course it goes back to that extremist mentality. You either have to really, really love them and be super fan person about it, or you got to hate them and crap all over them all the time. Can't you just be like, I enjoyed myself and it was okay. I didn't enjoy myself and it's not a game I'd play again. I mean, why is that so difficult? People always have to have the hot take, super aggressive, perception of everything, Got to get those clicks and views, clicks and views, clicks and views, clicks and views, click, click. You be tethered to your analytics. I'm just going to enjoy life. Here's the thing. Rome burns. There's always another civilization. What? Yeah. Hating on cozy games for why? The whole point is to be calm and cozy. Well, I think a lot of bro gamers, like, Call of Duty, Battlefield, super testosterone games type people, generally don't have nice things to say about certain companies putting a lot of coverage on those types of games, the cozy games. Like, why is there a whole thing? It's a wholesome game direct. You don't got to watch it. It literally says in the title, wholesome games. Probably not for you. If you're looking for somebody to pull out a gat and mow down a bunch of civilians, this is not your game. A cat cafe game is not your game. Somebody on the other side may not want to be mowing people down with a tank. Maybe they want to play with little cats in a cat cafe. Yeah, but those people are bleep, you know, whatever expletive you can think of, whether they're questioning their sexuality or perception or whatever. We've heard all the names. So I just find it really weird, especially within the gaming community. I find wholesome game communities are a lot more, well, flat out wholesome than most of the bro games. And I like an occasional bro game every once in a while, but, you know, what are you going to do? People make life so tedious. They really do. I don't understand. I think you all here who have been on, oh yeah, I'll get to the Dark Souls things in a second. But I think you've all assessed the internet over the last decade. And I don't think any of you can say, with the exception of your wholesome memes and stuff like that, most people are absolutely miserable on the internet. I would say. And unless you find your community or a nice little forum or something that you're just kind of, you know, some reasonable people. There have been places that I have, and I don't want to get into it, but there have been places where the last thing you would think of, you know, hypothetically, let's say it's a cat forum. All of a sudden, somebody's got to come in there and stir crap up. Oh, you shouldn't do this. You shouldn't do that. You shouldn't be feeding your pet this. If you do this, what? You're a terrible pet owner. Everybody's perception on life in their own head seems to be the correct one. So it doesn't matter what you do, what you're a part of, what you like. There's always that person, even within that group. Even if you like Super Mario Brothers, right? And you're talking about all the game, your favorite game is RPG. You know, Super Mario RPG, right? They're going to be like, what are you, an idiot? Blah, 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 blah. Worst game, blah. You know, you get into heated arguments over garbage. And it's not even constructive debate and criticism. It is literally hateful bile spewing out of people's mouths. Again, I find this hilarious because nothing matters. Go.
There are arguments over how to cut a butter stick when applying to toast and such. Some chop off from the end, some scrap their knife across the top, and the two groups despise each other.
Yeah, it's like the pineapple on pizza debate. I don't care. I don't like it. I don't eat it. Same thing with the butter. I get butter how I get butter. You want to take off both sides? Say you don't even use butter. You use that spray butter. The I can't believe it's not butter. It's a spray. I spray the butter on my bread. You know? Live with that. You can't fucking die. You know? I'm not going to spray butter on your coffin. So when the pallbearers try to carry you, it slips out of their hand and you go careening down a road. Fuck off. It's so ridiculous, you know? You imagine? Tell me that wouldn't be the best prank. Where you lube up all the handles on the coffin, you know, so when the pallbearers go to pick it up, it's just like, we dropped Bob. We dropped Bob. You know, it spills out of the case, and then you just spray him with butter real quick. I would find that funny. Okay? I feel like if the two sides of the pendulum, going back to that, if people weren't super sensitive and super toxic, and they were all hanging mid-center, then none of these companies would have to adjust things to be more woke or less toxic. It would just be center because everyone would be able to, they'd have more leeway, you know, because they have a better understanding. Oh, yeah, I could deal with some toxicity. Oh, I could deal with some wholesomeness, you know. But no, everyone's got to make it 100% wholesome or 100% toxic. It's like, you know, no, we're living in an age of extremes, you know, and the only extreme I see is idiocy.